Anime Vanguards might genuinely be cooked. So today we're gonna talk about something that me and also another content creator talked about. So I had an idea, and this is basically to talk about this update and also the previous update and future updates. That's what we're gonna talk about in today's video. So without further ado, let's get this video started. By the way, guys, our goal is to eventually get to 100k subscribers, but I will be doing a giveaway at 70k subscribers. So if you want to be part of that, then please don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. And also, we are going to be posting different types of content on our other channel, the AB's Gaming channel, where I will be posting gameplay type content different from the ones that you are seeing right here. So if you want to support that, then please don't forget to like and subscribe to that one as well. And without further ado, let's get this video started. So basically what I'm talking about right here on how Anime Vanguards might be cooked is essentially the two updates that we've had, right? Or the two updates that we've had. The one update, which was update 9, the other update is update 9.5. These are the two updates that I'm mainly talking about in this update. And basically what I'm talking about is the length it takes to release this update and how it's actually insanely bad. Right, so these two updates are incredibly long to release, and I can now say the same for update 9.5, especially because of the fact that we did not get a stage yesterday. This is actually made worse by that fact because they said themselves that they are only going to do the stage if they have something to show. And the fact that they still don't have something to show on November 23, something around 3 weeks after the update, and still have nothing interesting to show, that's actually kind of crazy, right? And because of that, we also do have the Sasuke clan Vanguard familiar, which lasts for 13 more days, which is actually 2 more weeks essentially. This update 9.5 is looking to be releasing after about 6 weeks since the last update, or basically a 2-month update, which is almost the same as update 9. Now, they did say, and I talked about this in my previous video, they did kind of say that this update is basically going to be an increase in quality. I did talk about that in my previous video, but I also kind of want to talk about whether or not this is going to be the new normal, right? Because if this is going to be the new normal, then that means that all the updates moving forward will take longer, which is really, really bad. Some people try to cope and say that longer updates for tower defense games are good, but that is not the case, right? Because if that's the case, then Anime Vanguards wouldn't have 39,000 players right now, right? If the case is that if longer waits are actually better, then Anime Vanguards wouldn't have 40,000 players right now, because the fact of the matter is, no updates for tower defense games are good enough to last you 6 weeks. The best updates of these tower defense games are good enough to last you for like a week, and then after that, you're done. You genuinely can't be doing something anymore, and most of the things that you're gonna be doing are just grinding for rerolls, trade crystals, and stuff like that. There's no update that'll last you for 2 weeks, right? Unless they make the grind excruciatingly boring, there's not a single update that lasts for 2 weeks. And for that reason alone, this update that takes 6 weeks will basically be 1 to 2 days, maybe 3 days, maybe 1 week's max of content, and then 5 weeks of waiting. That is essentially how this is going to turn out. This is one of the reasons why longer waits are very, very bad, and it's one of the reasons why this update right here has so little players. Also, not to mention that update 9 has a very, very macroable content, which is the anniversary, the stage. And if that event didn't exist, Anime Vanguards would probably have less players right now. Thankfully, there's a macroable stage right now, which is update 9, the anniversary stage that can actually give you a lot of rerolls. Without that, I think we would have less players, and also obviously trading as well is giving a lot of players to Anime Vanguards right now. But without those two, we probably wouldn't be having that much players. But still, even with those two, Anime Vanguards is now down to 40,000 players, and the interest right now in Anime Vanguards is really, really dropping very, very quickly, because again, there's nothing left to do. And that's exactly why I think it's cooked if Anime Vanguards continue on this path, because there's no amount of quality that really ever makes a update worth it, especially if it's, a 6 weeks, 7 weeks wait. There's oftentimes no amount of quality that makes it worth the wait, especially because most of the time that content doesn't even last you for a week, right? I said earlier that these contents last for a week max. In reality, most of us finish these content in 3 days, right? Most of the players of the Anime Vanguards community will finish this update in a week max, but a lot of players will finish it in 2-3 weeks, especially the hardcore players. So imagine finishing an update that you waited for 6 weeks. For example, update 9, right? The anniversary update. There was 14 units with the anniversary update, and with those 14 units, only really about 5-6 of them, maybe 6 or 7 of them were really, really good. And then if you really, really farmed for a day, I'm not gonna lie, you could probably finish that entire update within a day, right? Entire update within a day, which is absolutely crazy because you waited 6 weeks for it, right? There's also trading. I mean, trading was bugged in the beginning, but trading is actually really, really nice. And that's actually one of the things I really liked about update 9. You know, it's an update or content that can last you longer than, you know, a week or longer than a day. It's pretty nice. But other than that, update 9 was basically completed within just a day, right? And you waited 6 weeks for it. And now that's why a lot of people are complaining about update 9, saying that it was just a macro fest, saying that it wasn't really worth the wait. And mainly it's because 6 weeks of waiting for that little content that they did. Not really little content. It was a lot of content. It was a lot of stuff. It was very, very lot of it was a lot of units. But the real problem here is that, again, there's nothing that's going to justify a 6-week wait unless that amount of content is basically like a new game, right? Especially for Anime Vanguards, you know, most of the content here is finished within 1 to 2 days. 6 weeks wait is just a little bit too much. And the reality of this is, even if the update is big, if you waited 6 weeks for that, it feels so small because you've been waiting for so long. That's the reality of things, right? That's why a lot of people are complaining about update 9. It's because they waited so long for update 9, and now they're also waiting so long for update 9.5. So that update did not really feel that big, even though it was one of the biggest, if not the biggest update. It actually is the biggest update, but it didn't really feel that way because of how the waiting for it was so excruciatingly painful, and now how the waiting for update 9.5 is also excruciatingly painful. Now, they did say that the update was going to be an increase in quality, but I genuinely don't think that this is going to be very, very good, right? Especially because I don't think, again, there's no update worth 6 weeks of wait time. It might be a peak update. It might be a really, really great update, don't get me wrong. And it most likely will be a great update. But again, this update will be finished within 1 to 3 days, maybe a week max. And then after it's finished, we're going to wait another 6 weeks for the next update. Just think about that. Now, I want to direct you guys to the actual charts that we have right here. So I want to direct you here to the charts. So with the charts right here, we can actually see that we had a series of really, really peak updates here with update 7.5, I believe, which was released around August 8th. Something like that. I think this around update 7.5, update 8, update 8.5. You can see right here that these 3 updates right here, 7.5, 8 and 8.5, did not really peak that low, right? They were kind of like low 67, then they updated, went back to 98, then went to low 68, updated, went to 100k, and then they were basically averaging way higher numbers than what these current updates are averaging. And I think I don't think these updates actually fell below 50k, right? These 3 right here were in the span of just about a month, or yeah, about 1-2 months right here. And they released, I think, about 3 updates during this time, or 2 updates. And as you can check the numbers right here, they didn't really drop that low, right? They didn't really drop that low. Compared to this update right here, update 9, their biggest update, but the weight to update 9.5 just makes it drop so incredibly low. So essentially what I'm saying is, this is not really good for the game, right? I don't think there's any amount of quality that can justify a 6-week wait or 7-week wait. And if it's going to become the new normal for Anime Vanguards, I genuinely don't think it's going to be really great for the game, because that amount of waiting is just so obnoxious. I mean, it's not even just only for a content creator, but for people that actively play the game, it really is an obnoxious wait. So tell me how you think about this. Do you want this to be the new normal, or do you want them to just go back to their old update schedule and maybe update every 3 or 4 weeks? Because I think 6 weeks is just a little bit too much. 3 or 4 weeks, I think, is, I mean, just all right. But I think 6, 7 weeks, I think that's just a bit too much. Anyways, that's it. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out.